Yo, Elliott.
What are duties of our state in life? I watched a video of Father Ripperger about it and still not exactly sure what it means. Can you give an example of duties in your state of life? The main point to consider here is, what is your state in life? And so for the most part, our state in life is associated with our faith, right? First and foremost, you're a child of God. So that's your first state in life. Your second state in life is as a child to your parents. That is a state in life that you were born into. You know, based on the fourth commandment of piety towards our parents, that kind of never really goes away. And so, being there for our parents when they get old is a part of it. And that's not, it changes and evolves as we get older, but then we become husbands and fathers. Your next state in life is your vocation. The word vocation essentially is dealing with two things. You're either married or a monk. I've said that plenty of times before. And when I say monk, it means that you're a chaste man that is working, right? So you're either working or you are monastic, right? Literally a monk, monastic. And so your duties in your state of life depend on your state of life. In other words, it's not like an arbitrary thing, which is actually very good. There was a time in my life when I used to love when things were vague, because the world so loves vagueness, because it means you can just make anything up, and so it's completely subjective. It's whatever you want it to be. It's not true. It's very objective. But basically, there are only a handful of states of life. And honestly, based on the natural law, it's very evident what your duties are. Like, you don't need a PhD in fatherhood to know that your duty is to feed your children, educate your children. It's the father's job to educate the children, or set the stage for the education of the children. You choose how your children are going to be educated. Your wife may be the one that delivers the education. It's up to you as a father to make sure your family goes to mass and that your children are baptized and things of that nature. So it's really, a lot of it's based off the natural law and, of course, the divine positive law, which is all in the Bible. The natural law is imprinted on the hearts of every single man. And so a lot of the 10 Commandments, a lot of it is just based off the natural law. Like, look at a penis and a vagina. Does it take a genius to figure out that they go together, right? Like, two penises don't go together. You don't need a theologian or some sort of biological genius to tell you most of the stuff that's just inscribed in nature. It's called the natural law. And based on the natural law, even though we've been perverted, when you take a woman to be your wife, which is both natural and divine positive, so marriage is not a made up thing. It's uniquely human and divine. It's very much inscribed in our DNA. Those who try to say that we're like bonobos and we're not supposed to marry really haven't studied anthropologically. They don't understand. But I've done my research, and that the most ancient of cultures had marriage, because it's inscribed in us. Just like if you look at, like, they call them lovebirds, but they're doves. There are certain animals in nature that teach us a little bit about our nature, and they're monogamous. So a lot of our duties are based on the natural law. Even caring for your parents or respecting your parents, it comes by the natural law. You don't have a small child, before they're perverted by Nickelodeon, they listen to their parents, right? The parent says, "Stop, get down from there." The child kind of automatically knows, I better get down from here, right? It's not until later that they start exerting their ego, and if the parents aren't strong, or like I said, they watch, Miley Cyrus or some shit like that, and then they're talking back to their parents. It's all, conditioned stuff. So your state in life, natural law, and the divine positive law, which are the laws that are revealed to us by God through scripture and tradition. And so that's basically what he means, Father Ripperger means, when he says duties based on your state in life. I hope that helps, dude. Done.
Yo, Elliott.